different component of our well foundation. We have seen, we have started the different types of foundation. In this, there is a deep foundation and component of a well foundation. So the various component of a well foundation are, you can see in this figure, that is nothing but a pier cap, pier, well cap, top plug, staining, bond rod, sand filling, bottom plug, and well curve. And last one is a cutting edge. So the main important component you can list out from these six. The main component are basically six in case of well foundation. Cutting edge, you can see the bottom of the part, well curve just above that, bottom plug just above that, and staining, top plug, and well curve. So these are the component of well foundation. These are the important component of a well foundation. You can take a screenshot of this slide. First of all, we will see the staining. What is the staining part? In this figure, you can see the staining part is just above the cutting edge, which is nothing but a wall. Staining is nothing but wall of well are known as a staining. The periphery of your well foundation is act as a staining part. Wall, it is nothing but a vertical wall. And wall is subjected to a water pressure. And we know that water pressure is more at a deeper side and it is going to be less at a top side. So hence it is a triangular section. You can see the water pressure will always act on your wall surface as a triangular section. It is made up of brick masonry, stone masonry, and RC or plain concrete. The design of staining reinforcement rely on a screen friction unit weight of well. The thickness of staining is designed in such a manner that the platform of well are sunk under its own weight. You can see the pressure distribution on a staining. Staining is nothing but a wall of your well foundation. It is always act in a triangular manner because this is a deep foundation. Now the next important part of our well foundation is a curve. The curve of a well transfer all the superimpose, means what all is a live load to the soil through the cutting edge, means all the pressure which is come on your wall is generally transferred with the help of your cutting edge only, cutting edge while sinking. The material used for curve may be timber or RCC. The forces acting on the well curve is as shown in a figure. You can see the figure. The total horizontal force on the well curve on a both sides. DE is nothing but your external diameter of your cutting edge. This is the cross section of your cutting edge. Always remember. So cutting DE is nothing but external diameter. DI is nothing but internal diameter. These are the force acting on your curve. What are the different force? You know that the cutting edge is having the inclined portion. It is having a horizontal reaction and a resultant. Horizontal reaction and a resultant. And the top surface which is above your external diameter, that is act as the weight of your foundation, weight of your curve. Generally the main function of curve is only transferred your you can see the big bottom part is nothing but your pier. This is a abutment or pier, you can say. Below that, above that pier, there is a well cap, which is nothing but a horizontal slab, which is act as a well cap. Below the pier, in between the pier and well slab, there is a there all periphery part is nothing but a staining of your well foundation, and the bottom part is nothing but your cutting edge. Bottom part is a cutting edge. So remember what are the different component, basic component of your well foundation. You can see this is also your construction of well foundation. This well foundation is having a trapezoidal section, trapezoidal shape. Now we will see what are the different forces which are going to act on your well foundation. So in this slide you can see, you can take a screenshot of this slide because this is a very important. Dead load, it includes the weight of superstructure, that is nothing but pier or abutment plus self weight of well. What is dead load? Dead load is nothing but weight of your superstructure. Superstructure means what? The structure which is constructed above the GL. GL is nothing but ground level. That is becomes a superstructure. And what are the different component which are above the ground level? That is nothing but pier and abutment. So pier and abutment plus self weight of a whale, it will be included in a dead load. Now the second force is a live load. Load causes due to tractive effect of vehicle on a bridge and road. The load due to human beings, furniture, floor and other material. You can see as this is nothing but construction of your bridge, means below above the your abutment or about your pier there is a pressing of your girder. You can say that is nothing but your you can say bridge. So on a bridge there are different trucks or different vehicles are going to move. So that load is counted in a live load. That load is nothing but a live load. That can also increase the human load or material load on different wagons loads. So that is nothing but your live load. For road bridges, the live load may be specified standard specification and code of practice for a road bridges. For construction of your road bridges, there might be different load that you need to specify under different IS code for the construction of your bridge. Apart from this load, you can add different load also. Now third one is the impact load. As we know that if there is a bridge, if there is a road, there will be a continuously moving of vehicle. Because of continuously moving of vehicles and wagon, there will be always production of your impact load. The impact load is result of live load and shall be considered only during the design of pier cap and the bridge seat on the abutment. So abutment is nothing but a pier part, bottom most having a most large dimension, that is nothing but your abutment. Pier cap and the bridge seat abutment should be considered as a impact load. Also for a component of a well, this effect shall be neglected. Which effect shall be neglected? Only you will need to consider your impact load, which is result from a live load. What are the different live load? We know that the tractive effect of vehicle, bridges and road due to human being and furniture floor, that is nothing but your live load. ये live load के वजह से what should be the impact generated, that you will need to consider in a impact load. And the pier cab and bridge seat load is completely neglected during the forces counting in case of impact load. Now the next type of load is going to act is wind loads. The wind loads shall be seen only on exposed area in elevation and hence acts laterally on the bridge. You know that in this figure you can see if there is a wind pressure, wind is always acting on a exposed area, means rest of the exposed area there should be wind forces generated. So you will need to count that wind forces also. According to IS code 875, I hope you are remember to calculate of your wind forces. We should consider IS 875 1984 part 3. Part 3 is for construction of your wind load. Part 1 is for calculation of your dead load, and part 3 is for calculation of your part 2 is for calculation of your imposed load, that is nothing but a live load. For wind load, IS 875 1984 Part 3 provision, the wind on the superstructure, substructure, live load situated above should be considered while counting the forces acting on a well foundation. So these are the major and important forces. You can take the screenshot of this. Now the next important part is nothing but a water pressure. That as there is a well, there should be a water and there should be a water pressure. So the water pressure due to water current is acted on the portion of substructure that lies between the water level and the maximum score level. The case pier lying parallel to the direction of water, the intensity of water shall be determined by using the formula pressure of water is equal to K into V square. Now we'll see what is P. P is nothing but intensity of pressure having the unit kilonewton per meter square, and K is nothing but constant that depends upon the shape of well. K is nothing but constant depend upon the shape of well. Maximum value, that is nothing but 0.788 for a square ended pier. If you are having a square ended water well foundation, then in that case the value of K should be 0.788. The minimum value of K is 0.237 for a piers having cut and else clam water. V is nothing but velocity of current water or flow of water in meter per second. Any assumption is made that V is maximum at free surface. V square is maximum at a free surface of water and zero at the deepest score level. Why? Because as we go deep inside the water level, the velocity will become zero, and the large velocity is always present at a free surface of your water. So hence free surface is having the maximum velocity, as well as the deeper section will give the zero velocity. The velocity at surface is measured to be root 2 times the average velocity. The velocity is nothing but root 2 times the average velocity. And surface velocity is having the formula. You can remember the formula. This may ask in your multiple choice of question. Root 2 into average velocity. This is nothing but a water pressure. One more force is active, which is nothing but longitudinal forces. Longitudinal forces result from the tractive and braking forces. The longitudinal forces depend on the type of vehicles and bearings. These forces get transferred into the substructure by considering the fixed bearing and friction in movable bearing. In general, longitudinal load is nothing but the load which is generated due to wear and tearing of your or breaking of your surface because of present of or because of moving of vehicles and bearing. So that forces in the frictional forces, you can say, that forces is counted in case of a longitudinal forces. Now the next type of force is nothing but a earth pressure. According to Rankine's theory and Coulomb theory, it is utilized by using a earth pressure calculation. Rankine theory and Coulomb theory has given different type of theories to calculate your earth pressure in case of well foundation, or in case of construction of your dam. You should go with a Rankine and Coulomb's theory. Now the next type of force is nothing but a seismic forces. Seismic forces are vital when the wells are constructed in seismic zone. The seismic forces act on the every member of the superstructure. Seismic force is nothing but a earthquake force. If you are constructing your well in a seismic zone as per IS 800, there are 4 seismic zone, means 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you are going to Jammu and Kashmir, the seismic forces are going to act more in that area. So you will need to consider the seismic forces while construction of your well foundation. So seismic forces is having the formula alpha into W. What is W? Component of a well. And alpha is nothing but seismic coefficient, which depends upon type of seismic zone, and its value shall be extracted from the code. Usually, generally, the value of alpha is lies in between 0.01 to 0.02. 0.01 to 0.02. So remember the formula for calculation of seismic force. Generally, in case of design of well foundation, the formula is alpha into W, having the value, alpha is having the value 0.01 to 0.08. W is nothing but weight of that component. So these are the nothing but your foundation. This different force to the well foundation. Now the next topic is procedure of sinking of well foundation. What are the different procedure for sinking of your well foundation? First of all, laying of curbs. In a dry ground excavated up to 50 centimeter deeper bed, you can see in a diagram, which is nothing but a typical side island. Typical side island is having a well. Suppose this is a rectangular well, and placed at a cutting edge at a required position. If the curb is to be laid underwater and depth of water is greater than 5 meter, then said islet is to be prepared and lay on the curb. You will need to provide a curb. Curb is nothing but the
inclined portion, which is you can see below this sand is land, that is nothing but your curve portion. If the depth of water exceeds 5 meter, build curve in every ground and float into the side. So this is the sinking of well foundation. You can see this is a sinking of your well foundation. Now the construction of well staining, how the staining should be constructed. Take a screenshot of this slide because this slide is a very important. The staining should be built in short height up to a 1.5 and 1.5 and 3 meter after 6 meter grip length is achieved. The verticality should be maintained. It should be vertical. Your staining should be vertical. It should not be inclined. The aim of well sinking is to sink the well vertically at the correct position. It should not be inclined, otherwise scoring may happen, otherwise tilting may happen. So that your staining should be vertical. Precaution should be taken that outer surface should be regular and smooth. Outer surface should be regular and smooth. Radius of curve should lies between 2 to 4 centimeter, 2 to 4 centimeter larger than the radius of your staining. Staining is having the circular section, always remember. Cutting edge should be uniform throughout the thickness of the sharpness. Thickness and sharpness should be uniform from top to bottom of your staining. Now the sinking operation. Excavate the material under inside of the well curve mechanically or manually. Allow the well to remain vertical. Your well should be remain vertical. Up to a depth of 1 meter, excavation underwater can be made manually. When the depth of water exceed 1 meter, excavate by jams or grabs. You can apply jams or grab if you are exceed your excavation up to a 1 meter. So these are the sinking operation you are going to see in case of your well foundation. When well goes on sinking, skin friction increase and weight of well decrease due to the buoyancy. You know the buoyancy force, it must be happen in your fluid mechanics. Likewise, same you will need to see while construction of your well foundation. In this diagram, you can see when the well does not sink, the sunk by applying the cartilage. Cartilage is nothing but different types of your sand having a sandbags is nothing but cartilage. If the operation is not sufficient, jet outside the well or grease at the outside. A typical loading on staining by cartilage is shown in as a figure. Cartilage is nothing but your bag full of a sand. Go on adding section of staining 2 to 5 meter in length